Hey guys, this is IntroducingEmy and I'm working on page 699 of Trying Human. This has nothing to do with 100 Days of Making Comics because I should be doing this anyway. This isn't like an extra thing. This isn't practice. This is life. I said that so weird. This is life. And I normally don't record these pages in progress, but I've been having a lot of computer problems, and I don't want people to think I'm just like flaking out and not working, or like I'm just sitting around my house. I think what's going on with my computer is that I have a backup power supply that in case something like really tragic and awful happens while I'm working, the backup power supply can kick in and give me enough time to sorry, let me close my notes. Will give me enough time to run in and save it and shut down my computer nicely so I'm not just like crashing it down. But for some reason I've been getting like weird power surges. And we don't know why it's happening, but we kind of think it has something to do with this program and hardware that runs in the background to like keep everything safe. And it ironically it's causing crashes. It's the only thing it could be, I think, because I almost never install anything on this computer. It's pretty much purely for work. Like once in a blue moon I'll install a game or something, but after I'm done playing the game, I uninstall it, you know. So and I haven't put a game on this computer in months and months. So I would have seen a problem by now if it was that. And it's not exactly like an old machine or a machine that can't handle what I'm throwing at it. I allocated less space to Photoshop, so I'm kind of hoping that that will help help with some of the crashing that's been going on. I don't like the way his lip is drawn there. Oh well, it's not a big deal. So I'm pretty much just going through and putting on some finishing touches. And praying that my computer doesn't crash while I do said thing, because it's already crashed like 4 times while I've been working on this page. I haven't lost anything. I save a lot. Like my finger is always hovering on the over Control S, but it's just aggravating because when it crashes, then I don't want to work for a while. I want to like give my computer some time to recoup and not explode. And oddly, it hasn't crashed at all when I render videos, and that's probably like one of the most CPU chugging things my computer does is render videos. And that doesn't seem to bother it at all, so I don't know. color those. You know, I spend so much time on my pages that it's probably unnecessary the amount of time I spend on them. I remember I read somewhere that on average people spend about oops, people spend about 15 to 25 seconds on a page, and then they move on to the next page. But I still feel like I have to put a lot of time into my pages. I guess it's less for my readers and more for me, you know, like improving. Okay. So one thing I wanted to do was copy the shirt. And that just got copied, right? Yeah, okay. Because I want to cast a shadow onto his jacket, and I wasn't sure if I'd like it or not. I think the lighting's a little off on this page, but I'm gonna kind of let it slide because I really want to get it done. Man, I was kind of going through looking at other volumes of Trying Human that I've completed that after I get volume 2 done will be coming out. So volume 3 and 4 and 5. I think I'm on 5 right now. And I was sort of just like making mental notes about things I, you know, like want to clean up a little bit. And there's not nearly as much to do on the later volumes. And I'm just like, wow, I barely have anything to do on the later books. They're pretty much just going to come out one after another. Like as soon as I get the pages done online, you know. Which is so nice. I mean, there's always stuff you have to kind of fix up for print. It's just the nature of the beast, but it's not like what I'm doing now, the full redos and stuff. Okay. I'm a quiet pup when I'm working. I remember when I was at the peak of my streaming, I would always have people be like, oh, get on the microphone. So I'd get on the microphone, and unless people were asking me questions or something, I would just be kind of quiet. And then they'd be like, okay, put music back on. So, yeah, it's hard to talk and draw at the same time. Though, admittedly, I'm a little bit on autopilot when I'm shading pages, which is probably a bad thing. I should probably be thinking about my shading a little more. There we go. I think that's pretty much for shading all I wanted to do. Let's see how it looks before I make my final decisions. Oh, I know what else I need to do. So Roger's hair looks really dirty unless I change the blue shading to an orange. Like an orangey red color. Yeah, that looks better. I don't know, yellow with like blue shading over top of it, like, looks really, really bad. Generally warm colors with blues on top of them don't look as nice, but his hair in particular seems to suffer a lot if I don't change the colors to something warmer. Oh yeah, before I do anything else, I need to do one little thing on the background here. I believe I have this at 17. There we go. 17 degrees. important to do that. So I wanted to fade the sidewalk so it doesn't like just stop. And then I wanted to add a pedestrian or two, but I don't know if they might really clog up the way this looks. They just seem like more of a distraction than anything. That one kind of looks like an alien. Yeah, I might like leave that one or something, but in general, I need to make some pedestrian brushes, by the way. They take up a lot of my freaking time. Language. I mean, they look alright. They're just kind of like... They feel very like last minute kind of... I just don't want them to be like a distraction. I'll leave them. They're not doing any harm. I think what I'll do though is I'll leave them in their own folder in case I feel like I need to delete them. Long time ago, I had a critique that basically said I don't have enough like bystanders in my comic. Like it always, like in places where there should be lots of people, I never draw crowds, and I never even thought about it before. It was like something that didn't even cross my mind. So now I'm like obsessed with putting people in if I can. Like if there's a place that I'm like, okay, yeah, I can get some people in there, you know. Alright, so I need to do effects. I'm making folders over here you can't see. I'm sorry. Shines. Let's go do our shines. How am I moving average there a little bit? Poor Longus, he's so sad that Rose didn't recognize him. I never put shadows on her eyes. She didn't need it. What I do need is to open up. Yeah, I might have to do some things here still. Poop. This is usually one of my favorite things. I like to go through and do all like the little touch-ups and stuff. Okay, and then I need to do some of these colors. I don't remember what they are. Like, I don't remember how I got them. They came from heaven. Like, I don't know if they're like a yellow overlaid or a white overlaid or something, so usually I drop them and go to a new layer and put on my shines. I try to work with as few of layers as possible, but usually in character introduction scenes, like where a character is coming in for the first time. So like when Roger first appeared on this page, I used a lot of layers because I had all these like color effects and stuff I wanted. But Usually I'm like working with less than 10 layers or something. I don't work with that many. Try to not overcomplicate things too much. Come on. Come on. Like my backgrounds are all in one layer. I just use the magic wand tool to like separate the frames and then paint each one, and then I combine them all back down into one big image. Keeps my files small, and I think it makes my workflow pretty efficient. Like, I don't think it halts me in any way. And then, let's see, I'm going to paint some lines here, so I'm going to go in and grab whatever that color is. And I don't like how he has no tongue there. It's just like a void of blackness. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Oh, I forgot his hair. Alright. So now I'm gonna... one last thing I'll do just to... I've waited this long to update, I might as well make everything look nice as possible anyway. Oh boy, I have a meeting today with my fellow comic Hiveworks people, and I'm like nervous as all get out. I'm so scared they're gonna be like, "You're off the team, Bittner." It's like, please, I'll work so much harder. I'll do so much more comicking. I really get myself all worked up about meetings and stuff. I don't know why. Because even if they did, like, if they were just like, "You're done. You're not doing comics with us anymore," I would be like, "Okay," and then I would just keep doing Trying You. Like, it really wouldn't change anything for me. but I still like freak out a little bit. Because you never know. You just don't know what they're gonna say. Okay. So now we have to add some fades. Fade 1 will be there. And then Roger's jacket's going to be another fade. Fades, I don't know if that's the right term for them. I guess it's more like a depth fog. That doesn't even sound any better. Like in the least. But like to try to like set objects back or forward, I put like just flat tones over them usually, and then like mess with the opacity a little bit. You'll see. I'm not even sure like when I started doing this. Or like, okay, I don't want quick selection. Like, I don't know if anybody ever taught me this or if I just picked it up on my own. That's horrible. Okay. I think I'm probably going to change the color of these. I just picked a color to fade them with. Yeah, I think I'd actually like it to be more like a reddish color. But this one, I want it to be maybe a blue or a purple. I'm going to put it on its own layer. So that'll be jacket fade, panel 1 fade, labeling my layers like a good girl, and I might put a stroke around them just to like make them stick out a little more. Maybe. If I don't like the look of it, then it's not going to happen. Can I do a gradient stroke, actually? Yeah. Cool, then that's what we'll do. We'll do a gradient stroke. Just to make them pop a little more. And, okay, one last fade that I want to do before this is done, and then I think I'm going to put some motion lines in here too, real quick while I'm thinking of it. Oh, and I'm gonna fix her foot. It looks a little messed up. It looks like broken or something. Um, we'll just do something like that. Just some simple motion lines. I don't want to get too nutty about it. Alright. So I wanted to do a fade on... like that, and then... Okay. And this is just gonna be like a little itty bitty baby fade. Actually, you know what? I might just go totally black on this one leg here. If I can ever find my... There we go. Yeah, I actually like that. Oh my god, though, her foot. I'm trying to think exactly why it's bothering me so much. Just gonna play with it for a minute. Well, I'm gonna go on my shines layer and see if I can fix it. I think that already looks a lot better. I think it kind of looked twisted a little bit. What's the problem there? So yeah, I think that's gonna be it. Turn my bubbles back on. I need to put the tails on, but I think overall that is pretty much it. I'm gonna say done with this one because I gotta do other stuff. I've gotta update. Yep. So yeah, that'll be it for this one, and I don't know if I'll do this anymore, but yeah. Alright, I'll see you guys later. Bye!